Do you want high quality playmats? That's NobleAsta. Playmats are guaranteed to help you win NobleAsta. Visit 1000noble.com.
Playmats not actually guaranteed to help you win locals. Look cool, maybe, but not help you win. Not at all. Not even close, but maybe.
Hello, everybody. My name is Connor, and we are here with Purple Luffy versus Green-Purple Doflamingo. And we are going to go ahead and start it off. Dawn 1, we are going to play out the Law Searcher, searching our top 4 for a Straw Hat Pirate. And we get some options, but I can't remember what I have in my hand. I do have the Luffy Taro, so both the Sangoro or the Onami, pretty good target, but Sangoro, if my opponent doesn't see Birdcage, Sangoro is great. So we're going to go ahead and grab that and pass turn. Of course, to Dawn, they pass it back to us, so we thankfully do have, I believe, our 4-cost Zoro Juro in our hand already, and we just go ahead and poke 5, see what they want to do with that, knowing that we're going to ramp and go ahead and drop the Zoro. Just wanted to make sure I had the right amount of life. Tapping 4. They do give us the 1k Sanji to get out of the attack there, so happy to get the Sanji out of hand, and the Zoro is gonna search us a couple of things, but honestly it's a choice between 2ks here, and I will take the Usohachi just to make sure I have a way to rest any of the blockers he may play. So our hand size getting pretty big pretty quickly. Our opponent hasn't seen much. I mean, he hasn't seen a Birdcage and hasn't seen anything to play down yet. Goes ahead and swings 6. We give him the Sanji 2k, and with the 3 Dawn remaining, he will play the Rosinante blocker, restanding 2 of his Dawn at the end of turn. So this tournament was a really good tournament. I'm really excited with how I played. I feel like I did really well. I'll be sharing all of the games from this tournament, just because I think it was a really good one. And I did tweak the Purple Luffy list, pretty inspired by the Luffy TCG and his Purple Luffy list. And honestly, it felt really good. So, yeah, I'll post that in the comments down below, in the description down below, excuse me. And we go ahead and swing 5, and he ends up swinging 6. It's hard to tell with Dofi because Dofi restands 2 Dawn at the end of his turn if he has an event, but he ends up actually blocking and then 2K'ing out to play down, or he blocks, taps 2 Dawn, and plays Spiderweb. Oh my goodness, the deck will be hitting. So we go ahead, ramp, play Luffy Taro into Sangoro, just really flooding the board as quickly as we can, and really seeing it all this game, which is, it feels great when you hit everything. Oh man, it feels good. But in this deck, when you don't hit the things you need, it is rough, and we'll see a couple of those later. But my opponent going ahead and swinging 5, because I believe that Rosinante restands at the end of turn, and I do give him the 1k in the Eustace Captain Kid. Didn't really find a lot of use in the Kid this tournament. I've been toying with the idea of playing Queen instead. I'm definitely curious what you guys think, but we do end up taking, and we get another Luffy Taro, so a really good way to just flood the board. I mean, keep so much pressure on, especially because we are going to be at that threshold to gain the benefit from Nami at this point, the Onami blocker. So pretty solid body to play out off of that, and can get some cycle. And yeah, I really like the Nami. I think I bumped her from 2 to 3. We'll go ahead and swing 6 and draw the Nico Robin. We'll swing 6 into the Rosinante. He does get to restand on my opponent's attack, and we're still attacking him, but just to kind of force him to counter out of it if he wants to keep Rosinante alive, and he does tap the Diamante and gives us the Baby 5 Searcher. And I'm thinking at this point I have enough pressure to just really pressure his hand. I think he has about 2 to 3 cards in his hand at this point. So we are going to go ahead and swing 6 into Diamante, getting another 1k in the Sanji. And then I believe we're going to go 8 into Diamante. if I'm not mistaken. He ends up tapping 2 for Spiderweb to restand. Bit of a bummer, but it happens to the best of us. And the choice I have is I could ramp and play the Rush Luffy, or I could I could play down another Luffy Taro, and I think that in this case, Luffy Taro might be the play. So, yep, we go ahead. Actually, we play the Rush Sanji, which I also don't hate. Minus a Dawn. We'll go ahead and rest one of his blockers. We can rest either or. So we rest Diamante, and we swing 7 into Diamante, getting the Rosinante blocker, and then a 6 into Diamante and getting Diamante as well. So just providing a lot of pressure, being able to flood our board as quickly as possible, and just, yeah, providing that pressure. My opponent now has no board, and honestly, feels pretty good. Just thankfully, as I said earlier, my opponent really didn't see a lot of the things he needed, and we're able to see a lot of what we need. And he goes ahead and swings 6. And I'm not exactly sure where he's swinging. I think he is deciding where he wants to swing. And I am ready to counter out. I want to keep my board as healthy as possible. Give him the 1k to keep the Zorojuro alive. And he ends up playing the Hody Jones, which is a pretty monstrous card. Hody Jones, definitely not something I thought about here. But thankfully, I wasn't in a position where Hody Jones could threaten a lot. We did give him the Kamazo 2k, and I give him the Kamazo 2k to swing out of I thought he was going into Rush Sanji. He was going into Zorojuro. I misheard, so ended up countering out a little more aggressively than I wanted to, but that is honestly okay. I think keeping Sangoro on board pretty good. I think I just called him Zorojuro again. I don't know why I do that all the time. We end up drawing another Rush Luffy, which I'm okay with. They give us the 1k, or the 2k baby 5, to counter out of that hit. And I'm thinking there's a good chance I can actually go for game here. He's got 2 life, I have a full board, and I have the Rush Luffy. The big question is, and this is what I struggle with the most in this game, is do I split my Dawn across what I have, or do I just provide pressure, continue to pressure, and then hopefully drop the Rush, the Rush Luffy. So we end up swinging 8, and he ends up taking the hit, thinking about triggering something out, but he decides against it. Swinging 6, and we're just gonna see what he can do, if he can counter out or not. And yeah, I am getting ready. I'm thinking at this point my best bet is to play Rush Luffy. I still have Leader Swing and Sanji, so I end up poking 7, and he is bricked. He can get to, I believe, 7. So honestly, we saw everything we needed. My opponent didn't see much of what he needed. I know we were talking about his list, and I think he's going to make some changes. I don't think he knew that 0 cost in green was searchable by the Rosinante family. So pretty cool. But yeah, I think that just the best thing that Purple Luffy does is flooding the board, and I think that really showed how quickly Luffy can flood the board and just become undealable for some decks. So yeah, that game went really well, and I was really happy with how much I saw and all of that. So wanted to talk about it, wanted to share it. I think the next 2 games, I believe, I'll be posting in tournament order. The next 2 games are against Nico Robin, so should be a interesting time. But yeah, that is gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. Helps me out more than you can ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. Also, if you're looking for playmats, link is down below. I do design my own playmats. I am open for commission. And if you want to go above and beyond, support me in what I do, you can become a member of the channel. And yeah, that gives you some perks, including discount codes for the playmat website, as well as I think behind the scenes and other things like that. So if you have the funds, consider it. If not, supporting me by watching me is just as good. So thank you guys so much. I'll shut up now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.